And we're live. I'm going to get in a credit card stream. We're going to do a stack your points related. And now sports around 8 o'clock, I think. But yeah, just wanted to jump in. We're going to talk about Bilt 2.0, the Bilt 2.0 announcements. So yeah, let's just jump into it here. And as folks join, we greatly appreciate it. Clinton Howard, Woodward, thank you so much, sir. Let's jump in. We've got a couple of articles we can look at. The first one we're going to look at is from Upgraded Points. So Bilt's new credit cards coming February 2026, and mortgage payments will earn points too. The wait is almost over for Bilt enthusiasts. The company has officially confirmed the Bilt Card 2.0 will debut on February 7th, 2026, ushering in a new era for renters and now homeowners who want to earn points on everyday purchases. Here's everything we know so far about the upcoming transition and what it means for current card holders. Here's what to expect when Bilt's new card launch next February. They're going to do a special event in January to introduce the 3 cards. Gross. As we teased in our earlier coverage of Bilt's upcoming credit cards, the wait is nearly over. Bilt's next generation of cards will soon launch and be issued by Cardless. In early January, Bilt will host a special event to unveil the trio of new credit cards. Following that announcement, those who hold the Bilt MasterCard will be able to choose the version that best fits their needs, all without a hard credit inquiry. Once selected, the new card will ship in time for the February 7th, 2026 launch. The best part, Bilt promises a seamless transition for anyone who currently has a Bilt card. Your card number will stay the same, so you won't need to worry about your updating auto pay, streaming subscriptions, or any safe payment methods. Everything will carry over automatically, except your CVV code and your expiration date. But, everything else will be fine. Even better, your digital wallets will update automatically, meaning Apple Pay and Google Pay will refresh instantly with your new card details. And since there's no hard credit inquiry involved, cardholders can explore the new lineup with zero impact to their credit score. Kinda. The biggest news, however, is that Bilt Rewards members will soon be able to earn points on mortgage payments, a feature no other major rewards program currently offers, except for Mesa. This means that whether your home loan is with Wells Fargo, Chase, or another lender entirely, you'll be able to earn Bilt reward points each month just by paying your mortgage. It's a significant development that extends beyond Bilt's original focus on rent, and it positions the company to reward both renters and homeowners in a way that few thought possible even a couple of years ago. Again, we're forgetting that Mesa exists, and we still don't know the mechanics of this. Current cardholders can continue to use their card through February 6th of 2026 with all Bilt points and membership benefits remaining intact. After that date, members can choose to transition to the Bilt Card 2.0 lineup, transfer any existing balance subject to approval, or close their Wells Fargo account. Those who prefer to keep the Wells Fargo account open will see it automatically convert to a Wells Fargo autograph card with a new card number. This is not a bad thing. The autograph card is a pretty dang good card. And I don't know how the new cards are going to look. Anyway, for now, Bilt members don't need to take any action. Everything will transition automatically, and Bilt plans to guide users through every step of the process. If you want to be among the first to learn more, you can sign up at bilt.com/card for early access. So there you go. They're rolling out 3 new cards. They're doing it in January. Kind of is what it is, right? Dr. Credit kind of says the same thing. And then we'll jump over to Award Wallet, existing cardholders to choose between 3 new Bilt Card 2.0 cards. Yeah, so we're going to hear about the new cards in January. If you want to keep your Wells Fargo account open, it would convert over to an autograph card. There's nothing that says you can't let your card lapse to an autograph card and sign up for a new card. The other thing is that they're guaranteeing that it's going to be a new card, or that the new card will just be a soft pull, but it's a new issuer. And it sounds from discussions on Reddit that it's going to be a new card account. So you are going to lose a Chase marketing slot to pick up the new card. The Bilt cards probably aren't coming with welcome offers. And yeah, I don't know. So let's jump into the comments here real quick. Pyro7777, hello, Mr. Matt Clausen. Thank you so much for joining. Background Balloon, yo, thank you. Juan Meowmix, meowdy, meowdy, meowdy. Appreciate you, sir. Nurikan, hello there. Hello, Nurikan. Alvarado Mireles, hey, Matt, first time I've joined you live. Thanks for all you do. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being a subscriber. We got Ron joining us, also a channel member. Greatly appreciate it. No one thought it would convert into an autograph. That's a nice little treat for folks who want to stick with Wells Fargo. Honestly, the Wells Fargo autograph, really, really good card. So like getting an autograph when you if you've been having issues with Wells Fargo and getting a Wells Fargo autograph card, this is actually a pretty solid deal for you if you had the Bilt card and you don't necessarily want to continue with Bilt. So nothing wrong there. Background balloon, no impact to credit score. Talk about technicalities. Yeah, it's going to be a new account. You're going to open a new account, and that's going to knock down your average age of credit. I'm not falling for the hype on this one. Impact on 524 is actually cooked. Yup. Kevin Hine. So I can opt into Bilt 2.0 with Cardless and also get an autograph card out of this transition in February. It sounds like maybe. I think if you don't I don't know. There's got to be more details on that, right? Clinton, the new card would likely be backdated to the date of the Wells Fargo card. Hopefully. I sincerely hope so. An old card would show transferred to another lender. That would be fair. I don't know how Cardless will do with like taking in new cards. I don't know how First National Bank is going to handle, or not First National Bank, First Electronic Bank is going to handle this. Details remain sketchy, right? Background balloon, Bilt will forever be the only card I truly regret getting. Every other card, it has at least been useful for me at least the year I had them. Yeah. I don't see it as a regret type card, but it is a card that has had issues. Clinton Woodward autograph is a great card. I strongly concur. Tampa Travel. I already have an autograph card in called Wells Fargo, and they won't product change it to anything else. When Bilt changes, I will have 2 autographs. That's gonna be a pain. See, yeah, I don't have a good answer to this one. I have to reach out to my Wells contact about this. See if maybe Wells might offer some folks something, but I can't guarantee anything. David Williams. So the Bilt points would become autograph points? No. So here's what would happen. Your Bilt account will stay the same, right? Your Bilt points never accumulated with Wells Fargo. They were always with Bilt. So your Bilt points will stay with Bilt. You will just have the option to turn to, if you want to stay with Wells Fargo and not transition over to Bilt 2.0, your Bilt card would then just get product changed into an autograph card, and it would just start accumulating Wells Fargo points pretty much from zero. You wouldn't get a welcome offer on your new autograph card, but you would be able to have that card, have an autograph, and start building out points with that autograph. And the autograph card gives you full transfer capability to all of Wells Fargo's transfer partners, which just recently added JetBlue. But yeah, your Bilt points don't become Wells Fargo points. Keith Haas, also a channel member. Thank you so much, sir. It's not going to get better. It will only get worse if we find out. It will only get worse as we find out more from Bilt as we get closer to Bilt 2.0. I can't say I disagree. Jose Marzan joining us. Thank you so much, sir. I was going to apply, but they pulled the applications at the last minute. Who comes up with this stuff? Bilt has pulled their applications? Let me check the Wells Fargo page right now. Hold on. Let's see. Credit cards. Yeah, I know. Thrilling TV here. One key. Oh, it's not under travel. Interesting. Let's go to rewards. Autograph journey. Autograph. Active cash. Attune. One key. Choice. Signify. Looks like Wells has taken down the ability to transfer to apply for the Bilt card. Interesting, but that makes sense. Okay. Weird. You could probably apply through the Bilt webpage. Let's go to BiltRewards.com real quick. So we go to the Bilt Card. Coming soon to your new home. Drops whatever. 4 years. Get notified. Yeah. No. Looks like they've stopped applications for the Bilt Card for the moment, which makes sense, honestly. So there you go. That's some news. I didn't see that in any of the articles. Pyro, I actually like that it transitions into an autograph, but having to open a new account to transition to 2.0 is actually ridiculous. Might use my Atmos Summit for rent until I get my chase cards. Certainly fair. Gabby Huberman Schlase, thanks for joining, Gabby. Find it ridiculous that they're phrasing it as a good thing to not have a hard pull for taking an extra slot. Means they recently added Bilt card holders, gave up 2x welcome offer, 2 times welcome offers in a row. Yeah. Background, honestly, if Wells would be nice and give us a welcome offer for people who decide to keep the account open, it would be great. I don't see that happening, though. I don't either. Wells was paying Bilt $200 for every Bilt card that got opened. So yeah, that was part of them losing a whole bunch of money. At Tampa Travel, more likely they would convert it to an active cash if you already have an autograph. Could also be a plan. That's what they did for me on the Propel. Okay. Keith, imagine getting Bilt 2.0 because you're looking into a new mortgage and you'd like to earn points. Come to find that you can't get the mortgage because your 2.0 90 to 180 prior to your mortgage app. Could definitely be a concern. Yeah, I believe they stopped applications to the current card. Yeah, it looks like they did. And yeah, Bilt applications are gone from their site and Wells Fargo. Yep. So that's fine. You cannot apply for the Bilt card now. That's fine. I find the language on all this very, very odd. Tampa Travel, I also have an active cash. They won't change that either. Dude, I don't know what to tell you. You might just end up with 2 autographs and you can probably cancel one. Wells is weird with product changes, man. But honestly, like, none of this makes a ton of sense, right? So Bilt is over promising here, in my opinion. Like, yes, it's nice that on February 7th you're going to get your new cards issued. I find it weird that they're waiting until early January to announce the 3 new cards. There's going to be a no annual fee card, a $95 annual fee card, and a $4.95 annual fee card. I just don't know why they're waiting until January. Like, they probably have the card set up now. The new, like, you can earn on any mortgage. There's no mention on how that's going to happen. I find it interesting that United Wholesale Mortgages is okay with that, especially after putting $100 million up in the latest round of series funding that they're going to allow Bilt to let you earn on any mortgage. There's so much uncertainty with what's left, right? Because we don't know. Marcellus Reed, what I got from the article was that you can either switch over to Cardless if you want to keep the Bilt card, or stay with Wells Fargo if you don't want to keep the Bilt card. That seems to largely be the case. But just because it sounds that way doesn't mean it will be that way. So I gotta dig in a little bit. We'll dig in a little bit on the Reddit post on it. For Wells Fargo cards that do allow for product change, what can you product autographed into? Not the Attune or co-brands, I assume. The only one that I've noticed is the Active Cash, honestly. They've got to lift the ability to product change to the Attune and to the Autograph Journey. Like, if you want to get the Autograph Journey and you don't want to apply for it, I don't know why you would, because you're passing up 60,000 points. But, like, if you want a product change to the Autograph Journey, it doesn't make any sense to me that they won't allow it, because it's a free $95 for them. Like, a literal free $95. They don't have to give you a welcome offer. You're just going to spend on the card. So yeah, I don't know why. Like, at least with the Attune, I could sort of understand, because then you have to like change vendors with what card issuer, like what payment network it is. And a lot of banks don't allow you to transition Visa cards to MasterCards or MasterCards to Visa cards. So at least that would make a certain amount of sense. But like, the Bilt card should be able to product change to the Attune. Like, you should be able to get an option to product change to the Attune. I hope they would allow that, but they're just saying just the autograph. So hopefully some things get... I'm going to reach out to my Wells contact at some point and get a better idea of that. Charvizio, honestly, very excited for Bilt 2.0. Definitely eyeing that $4.95 card to replace the Bilt 1.0, but the autograph will give us still very good, because Wells never approved me for the autograph. That is fair. Hopefully that transition can work out in your favor. We'll see what happens. Bilt is having communication problems again. Laugh my butt off. Yeah. Watch this seamless transition end up being a bigger flop than when they moved from Evolve to Wells. Honestly, kind of tracks. Like, that transition was not easy from Evolve to Wells, and like, yeah, I can't imagine that you're going from a large bank like Wells to Cardless and First Electronic Bank and their ability to handle the infrastructure. Like, at least they're giving themselves 3 months, but autograph into Journey would make sense. I didn't realize that wasn't an option. Yeah, we'll see. They might loosen their options. Definitely going to product change to the Attune card. It's fair. David Williams. So I would have to dump my 50K Bilt points somewhere if I wanted the autograph, or keep them with Bilt without the card. You can keep them with Bilt without the card. Like, I have thousands of Bilt points and I don't have the Bilt card. So you can keep your points with Bilt. Like, your 50K Bilt points will stay with Bilt. And you can just have your card transition over to an autograph. That's fine. I hope Wells adds more transfer partners before they full split with Bilt, because going from Bilt's transfer partners to Wells partners is going to be tough to accept. We'll see. They just added JetBlue. All they're really missing is Air Canada. Like, if they could land Cathay, that would be amazing. And getting another hotel would make a certain amount of sense. IHG would be more than fine. Although IHG seems to be going full in on Chase. So I don't think you're going to see them start getting promiscuous with other banks. So we'll have to see what happens there. Here, let's share screen. So this was coming from the Bilt Rewards subreddit. Today we're delivering the first bit of news that you've all been waiting for. Bilt Card 2.0 launches February 7th, 2026. All Bilt card holders will be receiving an email from Bilt today with all of the below details. Here's everything to know right now. As we prepare for this transition, applications will no longer be accepted for the Wells Fargo Bilt MasterCard. In early January, we'll be hosting a special event where we'll release the details of our 3 new cards. After the announcement, current cardholders will be able to select which card is right for you, subject to soft pull approval, and we'll deliver it to your door on February 7th launch. For the February 7th launch, so you're going to go. So you're ready to go from day one. The changes to Bilt Card 2.0 will be seamless transition. Okay. When you select your new Bilt Card 2.0, everything transitions seamlessly on February 7th. Your card number stays the same. All your major subscriptions, autopay, and saved payment methods stay the same, and everything in the Bilt app transitions over with no action needed from you. I believe that everything in the Bilt app transitions. I believe that the digital wallets will transition. I do not believe that the subscriptions will work as seamlessly as they say, because you still have to update like expiration date, CVV, all of that. No hard credit inquiry. Select from the 3 cards with no hard inquiry on your credit report. It remains to be seen how it will report going forward. Probably would just be an acquired account, maybe. And earn points on mortgage. In addition to points on rent, your new Bilt Card 2.0 will earn points on eligible mortgage payments, regardless of who holds your mortgages. What happens to your Bilt MasterCard from Wells Fargo. You can continue using your current Bilt card through February 6th. Your points and Bilt membership remain exactly the same. If you choose to transition to the new card, you'll be able to transfer any balance from your old Wells Fargo account. You may also close down your Wells Fargo account. If you choose to keep your Wells Fargo account open, the old account will become an autographed Visa card with a different card number. What's next? There's nothing you need to do right now. Sign up for early access. Everything coming from Richard Kerr over at Bilt. Anything interesting? So with my length of okay, here we go. So impact on this on credit scoring here. No immediately answers. Like dropped it and everything was just kind of left there. There were some replies to comments, but nothing super useful, which is kind of annoying. SoCal Skater, JetBlue gives Wells Fargo a backdoor to United for points redemptions. Yup. Card number staying the same sounds weird if those are currently Wells Fargo card numbers. Yes, I would assume. So yeah, part of a credit card number is first the issuing network, right? So it's going to be 4 or it's 5 for MasterCard, but then the next identifier would be bank specific, and then the rest is kind of specific to your card. E&M, sorry to be late. Thank you. Just trying my best. JetBlue gives Wells Fargo a backdoor for using points for flights redemptions. Wells Fargo is great at being able to transfer only the amount of points needed. Yes, exactly. You can transfer as little as 1 point with Wells Fargo. Great for, I recently did a video where I was just like, hey, Choice told me that my points are going to expire and be discontinued. I went in, I added 1 point from Wells Fargo. It became 2 choice points, and I kicked the can down the road another 18 months. It's really super easy to do. Fortunately, I literally haven't used my Bilt card in a good while, so I just need to decide whether I want the autograph, mainly because I want a welcome offer, and pick up Bilt 2.0. I can't guarantee a welcome offer, so we'll see. Ron, it's interesting that Bilt MasterCard will be transitioned to a Visa signature. I mean, Wells wants you to stay in the travel setup, so it sort of makes sense that they're going to offer you the autograph. I'm surprised they're not going to give you the option of the autograph or the autograph journey. I want to again mention I want to reach out to my Wells contact about this, just because there's got to be other options, but we'll see what happens. The part that sucks, though, when I got my Bilt card, the Wells Fargo autograph had a $300 elevated offer. I picked Bilt, and boy, was that a mistake. You live, you learn. You could open the autograph at the same time. Yeah. So some speculation on this and my skeptical view here. I think I trust that Bilt is going to do mortgages on the cards in some form or fashion. I think Bilt is probably going to change the earning rate when it comes to the cards and your status with Bilt. Like they could be setting this up where rent and your mortgage are half a point per dollar if you have the no annual fee Bilt card, if you're Bilt Blue and Bilt Gold, right? Like they have no reason to give you the full points because smaller network of smaller card issuing network, smaller setup. Like they could be looking to find some ways to also get you to spend your way from, I'm sorry, not Bilt Silver. Bilt Gold would get full points. So if you're Bilt Gold or Bilt Platinum, you get full 1 times points per dollar on your mortgage and your rent if you get the no annual fee card. If you are Bilt Blue or Silver, you will get half a point per dollar. And they're already establishing that half a point per dollar, where if you use a Visa, any Visa, Amex, or Discover card, Visa, Amex, MasterCard, or Discover card that isn't the Bilt card, you pay the 3% and you get half a point per dollar, right? As long as it's not the Atmos cards. The Atmos cards still get 3 points per dollar and you pay the 3%. So I could imagine there is a rationale that they're going to go across multiple mortgage providers, and for the no annual fee card, if you are Bilt Blue or Bilt Silver on the and getting the no annual fee option, you're only going to get half a point per dollar for rent and mortgage. I think for the $95 card, if you are Bilt Blue or Bilt Silver, you're still going to get the full point per dollar, but you're paying them $95 a year for that privilege. And I think on the $95 card, if you're Bilt Gold or Bilt Platinum, you could see them offer an escalator on that multiplier. So instead of one, if you're Bilt Platinum with the $95 card, you could see like 1.25. And then for the $4.95, I could see 1.25 as a base. And then if you're Bilt Gold or Platinum, you could see them bump that up to 1.5. Like they're going to need to give you reasons to go after the $4.95 card. They're going to have to give you reasons to go after status, right? Beyond the milestone rewards every 25,000 points earned. So if you make earning rate on your rent and mortgage, especially if you're doing mortgages across all issuers, right? If you make it half a point per dollar on for Bilt Blue, Bilt Silver members, and the no annual fee card holders, make that half a point per dollar, then it encourages you to spend on your Bilt card to get up to gold or platinum and get that higher elevated welcome offer. Then, if you pick the $95 card, you get that 1x base, but then you could possibly get 1.25 if you spend up to Bilt Gold and Bilt Platinum. And then if you do the $4.95, you start at 1.25 and then you can go up to 1.5. Like that makes a certain amount of sense. And so I would like to see, I'm curious to see what they end up doing here, because I don't think you're going to get 1x everything on a no annual fee card going forward. I just don't. I don't see how Bilt is going to be able to afford that. It's one thing when you're burning Wells Fargo's money, right? It's another thing when you go to an even smaller issuer and have to front the money for it. So I don't see how they're going to be able to pull this off. Keith, I turned my Bilt card off last week in the Wells banking portal. I'm going to cancel after December's rent day. That's fair. Cesar Joel has joined us. I like the thumbnail, Matt. Thank you so much, sir. I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to break through the algorithm. I am hurting right now with overall views, ads, all of that. Like I'm just hurting. Like whatever they did when they turned on their ad blocker nonsense has just like killed me lately. I'm down views at least 50%. What they're registering as views, I'm down at least 50%. And that's taken a cut out of my earning potential. Which in turn bothers me. Pyro 777. I wonder how long that Atmos 3X benefit will last. Makes the 3% fee somewhat worth it. Don't know if it'll last to 2.0 or if Alaska will stay as a transfer partner. So they signed that contract. I want to say they signed that contract in 2024. If anything, it is a 3-year contract. So it'd be 2024 to we'll say it's 2024 to 2027, right? The earliest they'll probably leave is 2027, maybe earlier if they count 2024. So I don't think that they would up and leave over 2.0. They've got to be making some serious money with Bilt, especially on the swipe fee that they'd be getting on the side, because they still get a portion of the swipe fee on your rent payment, right? So if your rent payment is like $2,300, yes, your Bilt is charging you 3% for them to process that payment, but Alaska will still get something on that initial full $2,300. We'll see. But I don't think they're going to give up being a transfer partner because that's just too lucrative for them right now as well. But maybe. Wells Fargo gives elevated offers to customers who have a relationship with the bank. Been with Wells Fargo over 20 years, received an elevated $300 on the autograph card. Yeah, if you have Premier, their Premier checking account, you can definitely you can definitely get a higher welcome offer. I haven't jumped up to Premier because I don't have the money to keep it in there without paying fees, and I don't like paying the bank if I don't have to. Kevin Yin, Visa signature. Both the active cash, all of the Visa cards that Wells Fargo issues, they're all Visa signatures. Tampa Travel, I wonder what your rent needs to be to justify the $95 annual fee. Well, if you get 2 cents per point with a Bilt point through transfers and all of that, right? You would have to earn 2 cents per point. You would have to earn what, 47.50 just to offset the annual fee with transfer partners. So not a lot, honestly. The $4.95 card, though, that would have to be a lot. And I'm going to assume 1 cent per point or 1 point per dollar on a $95 card. Imagine that Bilt leaves Wells Fargo before the Beyond comes out. That the just find out as good as. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I've heard it's going to be Q1. I imagine if they've already shut down applications for the Bilt card now, it gives Wells some time to kind of clear things out over the rest of Q4 and the remainder of Q3. And then, oh no, we're in Q4 now. Like, take the remainder of Q4 just to kind of like clear everything out, get a sense of how many people are going to be staying with Wells Fargo in February, and then Beyond will probably launch in February or early March. Cesar, I really think the thumbnail design and concept is a very good change. Thank you, sir. I'll probably be using that caricature of me going forward. I hate photos of me. I don't like looking at myself in thumbnails. I don't like doing the shocked face. I don't like doing the I don't like doing any of those faces that like seem to drive clicks. So I'm just gonna create a caricature of myself in ChatGPT and have it do it, because I don't like doing those. Like, that face is stupid. I hate it. That's why I went with my thumbnails that worked for the longest time. And then they turned off this and then they turned on the whole like ad blocker thing. It's a pain in the ass. Have you thought about starting over? No, I've built an audience of like 2,300 people. I don't want to do that. Maybe you just got bad luck in this account. Others doing the same stuff, but at a higher rate seems to be well, most of the other credit card content creators are having issues across the board. So yeah, it's not just me, and it's other creators in other fields as well that are noticing it. It's the ad. YouTube's just being stupid with their ad block thing, and like I sort of get it, but I also don't, because like I was making amazing money, but like I was making some money, and right now I'm making less money, and I don't like that. Like my earnings have dropped 25%. No. Am I going to start over? Like, if I'm starting over, I'm doing a different channel. I'm talking politics, or I'm talking sports, or well, not sports. I'm talking politics, or I'm talking something else. Maybe I'll have to start looking into sponsorships. I don't want to do that. But we'll see what happens. I also have the podcast. The podcast is also slowed considerably in terms of growth over there. So like, we don't want to I don't know, break that too much. I like doing the podcast. The podcast is fun. Bilt and Atmos needs some deeper type of partnership. It seems feasible. We'll see what happens. Cesar, I also like the one you made for the city rewarded bad faith. Yeah, that was a decent thumbnail, and like I understand why City did what they did, but like they absolutely set so much money needlessly on fire, and like they've lost millions doing that. But I guess that's better than dealing with the class action lawsuit that still could technically come. But I didn't like people just signing up with a hack link, getting their account frozen, and then getting rewarded for doing the thing that they did. But that's just me. Pyro, I got around 35,000 points from Bilt on just rent alone. The $95 card is tempting. Got to see what the earnings look like. For someone whose spend and income is not super high, the Bilt 495 card is good for a one ecosystem setup to still have a good travel card. Still hoping we can hold more than one Bilt card. Cardless, I think, is going to start allowing multiple cards per family, but you can't go outside of that family. So you could be able to do like a 2-card Bilt setup. I don't think you're going to be able to do all 3. That 495 card's got to be killer. And right now, I just feel like it's going to be overpromise, underdeliver, and whatever that card initially sounds like, or whatever that card initially is, will get nerfed within a year or two because they're going to lose too much money on it. Pope Matt thumbnails? No, absolutely not. Matt, are you heading to Puerto Rico? Nope, no Puerto Rico for me today. This time, my partner's wasn't able to get the time off. So I'll be with them over the weekend and taking care of my kid, and we just couldn't make childcare work for that. So kid comes first, and that's the reason I'm going to stick to. Yep, just that. Yep. So we'll see where next year's ends up, and maybe I'll be able to pull that one off. We'll see. Someone here is going to screenshot those thumbnail faces that you just made. I mean, other creators do them. Go watch their videos. Or don't, stick with me. It's fine. Ron just witnessed the only time Matt will make those thumbnail expressions. Yeah. I don't like doing them. Pyro, I like your content, but hate half your jerseys. That's my feedback here. Well, I've got 29 jerseys, so like some you're going to like, some you're not. I'm still looking to add to my jersey collection, so, maybe we'll stumble on some ones that you enjoy later. I have a Hartford Whalers jersey I should probably just default to, because that is a nice jersey. Still waiting for Matt Clausen political channel. Thinking about it, especially considering the New York City mayoral election yesterday. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm more intrigued by other things that happened yesterday. I don't really care about the New York City mayoral. It's going to be what it's going to be. You're going to have a city council that's going to be largely hostile. And the question for the next year and a half is going to be, does the guy who won with a mandate, an actual mandate, by the way, like a legit mandate, does he get to persuade the council toward his way of thinking, or is the council just going to stymie him to get to a midterm to get even more vehemently anti-mayor and try to make the mayor a one-term mayor? We'll see. Many other races interested to me more than the New York City mayoral. The New York City mayoral bored the pants off of me yesterday. Wells Fargo pulls TransUnion in Northern California. All right. That's not too bad. TransUnion's a easier one to get approved on across the board. I'm hoping to go to PR later in the month if the entire air traffic control system hasn't melted down. Yeah, good luck with that. We'll see if there's still air traffic control. I don't know. Next Monday. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on. Here's the thing with Bilt, right? If you've watched my channel before, I am very excited about Bilt Neighborhood. Bilt Neighborhood is intriguing to me. I like Bilt Neighborhood. I think when they do the final count, it's going to be more than 50%. Like, if it's 50% raw total for New York City, given automatic runoff. Like, he cleared 50% in the first round. When they go back and count and like redistribute the rest of the votes, he'll get more than 50%. And like, he won places like the financial district. He won places that like most Democratic mayoral candidates don't win. True, the Bilt program itself is nice and I like using it, but the credit card has become a dumpster fire. Yeah, the credit card, we'll see what they do with the credit cards. I don't see how the new cards will be sustainable without being significantly nerfed. Like, they talk about they don't want to be a benefits card like the Amex Platinum, but I don't see how they like can give you a high multiplier card across the board and give you benefits, right? That's the thing. Like, it has to be one or the other. And like, I don't know. So like, the card program, we'll see what they announce in January. I think it's dumb that they're announcing this in January. And then we'll have to see what it looks like after that. And so, yeah. And then the company, I can't trust what they say at any point. Like, I've lost a lot of faith in the company. Like, the company says X, I'm expecting Y. Like, everything was supposed to be a seamless transition from Evolve to Wells Fargo. It wasn't. They were supposed to handle the fraud charges a lot easier than they did. They, it just feels like it's not going to be what they say it is. So, everything's supposed to be seamless and easy. Okay. Prove it. So, neighborhood, still good. Card, we'll see. And then company, I worry. Fair, be interesting to see how the ranked choice voting turned out. Are you pro ranked choice voting? I am. I don't like ranked choice voting. I don't see it as a way to really increase the number of people who get on. Like, I don't see it as a way to. I understand why it exists. I understand the rationale behind it, to encourage people to vote, because the person that you ultimately want to vote, it gives you the ability to give the participation ribbon to the guy who's just crazy enough for you to really want, but will never get elected, and then you select like your safe choice after that. Because I'm willing to bet there are people who did Mamdani first, and then second probably listed Cuomo. And that is just a weird dichotomy to me, right? Or there's people who just did Mamdani and left the rest of the choices blank. I don't know. But I'm not, like, I get ranked choice voting. I don't love ranked choice voting. If it's a way to drastically increase voter participation, I'm for more voter participation. I just don't know how much it drastically increases it. Main system is weird, but like, I don't mind it because it helps Democrats ending up winning in Maine. So that's cool. But then you have Susan Collins continuing to win. So that's pain. Pyro, yeah, Southern Brooklyn was a lot more Zoran leaning than past elections. I need to look at certain sections of Brooklyn and see how they voted. I'm sure they voted in a particular way, but I have to see how that ended up shaking out. I think the economy is much worse than the numbers show. We're being propped up by $1,300 per U.S. citizen in AI infrastructure capex this year. Yeah, it's not great. My ACA plan will go from $430 a month to $530, and my max cost from $6,000 to $9,800. No deductible to $5,000. That's insane. That's stupid. That is awful. Transfer all your Bilt points ASAP. I'm not going to take that stance, but I don't hate it. So I hope it stays shut. I hope they can get those subsidies out. Like, it's awful. Like, the subsidies really need to be negotiated back in, and the longer it stays shut, the more possible that becomes. I don't love it, but there's a reason it's going on. Happy about Prop 50 passing here in California. That's going to be fun. What do you think of Cuomo as a competitor? Whether someone likes Mamdani a lot, putting up Cuomo feels kind of dumb considering his history. This was all Andrew. This Andrew is who he is. This was him deciding that his ego was needed to be placated. He has always needed his ego placated. There has always been a hindrance to him. Like, when he ran for attorney general, like, there was a part of him, I'm sure, that wanted to be running against Spitzer in a primary and trying to be the guy back in 2006. Everything that's come out since, it's not great. I find it weird that, a couple of years ago, Andrew was persona non grata to a certain wide selection of the country, and suddenly he's their biggest hero because he's the answer against Mamdani. Weird. I'm amazed that he was able to stay on the ballot, honestly. But precinct maps for mayoral, very fascinating. Yesterday I discovered the Upper East Side in New York City loves Cuomo. That's a certain amount of money. I'm from the Bay Area in California, so I don't know New York City's political culture well. The only thing I had on the ballot was redistricting Prop 50. I'm not really surprised it passed, to be honest. I became less surprised that it was going to pass. I'm surprised that it got on the ballot at all. Not unhappy, but yeah, that's fair. Marcia, rank choice is only in the primary. The general election is just one choice, but I may have forgotten about that. Huh. And it does kind of kill the 50% mandate. But also your choice was Andrew Cuomo. Meh. Thanks, Marcia. I completely forgot. It's based on that portion of things. I used to work in politics too. That's the hilarious part. Must have just completely let that blank out of my mind. But yes, we do have fusion voting, so your name can appear as a Democrat and a member of the Working Families candidate. And we have a conservative party in New York. We have a couple others. The Libertarian Party we still have in New York. They still have ballot access. The Greens occasionally get ballot access, but they don't have it currently. And then we've had like other minor parties as well. Collins, can't stand that lady. What a fraud. She keeps winning. I think part of Mamdani's success was how the only other competitive candidates were Cuomo and Adams, and we know their history. Nothing against Mamdani, though. He's young. He's a member of the New York State Assembly. He's talking in the way that folks have longed for have longed for a long time. Like, the Democratic Party has wanted somebody who's genuine for a while. Like, consultant speak gets real tired real quick. I lived in the Bay for 15 years since Donald Trump took office in 2016. Not sure what you meant there, Kevin, but yeah, if you could clarify. Yeah, Cuomo and Adams are really bad. That's putting it lightly. Yeah. Mayor Adams wasn't particularly good in the state Senate. He was a bit of pain to everybody back then. And Andrew B. Andrew. Background Balloon, bruh, what if Matt ended up doing some sort of channel that did segments on politics and finance? Maybe. Possibly. While talking about politics in a credit card creator chat, by the way, the other Hudson Valley, New York credit card creator I know of is a MAGA shell. Yeah, no comment. Rewards Masters here. Thank you so much. Hello, Matt. Good to be here. Thank you, sir. Definitely check out the Rewards Masters channel. He does lives. He's doing extra lives on Friday nights when he's got nothing else, which I appreciate those. He does lives on Sundays, so definitely check those out. I think he's bumping them up to 2:30 Central Time, which would be about 3:30 on the East Coast. What else? He's got tons of videos, and he is the city expert. So, like, if you got city questions, he's your guy. Me, I don't love city. I think the card earning is good. I question a lot of other things from them, but that's just me. Background balloon, hot take. AOC has a decent chance at the presidency if she decides to pursue it. I don't know. I have a name that would be really cool to run, and I'd love to see him run. He's running for higher office now in 26, and I'm interested to see how he ends up doing. But like, the coolest name I have in a wild card for 2028 would just be James Tallarico. But I got nobody else who's got me hyped up. Like, I want nothing to do with Gavin Newsom. I want nothing to do with most of the New York crowd. Pritzker's interesting, but that's just because he can fight fire with money. His cousins are the Hyatt Pritzkers, so like JBE Pritzker doesn't have anything to do with Hyatt specifically, but the other side of the Pritzker family is the Hyatt Pritzker, are the Hyatt Pritzkers. So that's pretty interesting. Mayor Pete, I don't know if the admin association will be a positive or negative for him, since he was transport. He was implementing cool stuff at transport, so that was cool. I don't know. Like, he's a cool dude. He's a really cool dude. I don't know. Pyro. Oh, I like Tallarico. I love me some James Tallarico. People will say AOC's too radical considering Trump defied the odds within the Republican space back in 2016 and Mamdani's mayoral win. I could see her making it. Maybe. I don't know. There's a path, but I don't know. Mark Kelly would be an okay candidate. I'd be okay with Mark Kelly. Like, Mark would be someone I'd be fine settling for through a primary. But like, nobody's really got me going like, yes, this is the person I want. Nick, we'll catch the replay, but really excited for the Bilt mortgages until they give me a reason not to be. I don't see the free card still getting 1x points on rent or mortgage, maybe 0.5 at best. Hey, that's what I said. I'm very curious to see how they end up doing this. So yeah. And Rewards Master, sorry, I highlighted a bunch of Bilt stuff before we turned into Politics Corner. I'm trying not to be too crazy over there. But yeah, no, I Bilt mortgages is going to be interesting for sure. I can't believe that they're going to do no annual fee card, 1x points on rent and mortgage anymore. I think they could sustain that when they, had Wells Fargo backing the card and Wells Fargo paying them a ton to back the card. It's very interesting that they've opened up that they're going to open up mortgages to all lenders after UWM said that they after UWM gave them $100 million, but I guess the Venmo partnership shortly thereafter should have been the key. Should have been the indicator that they're going to go beyond just UWM, which makes sense for Bilt for sure. But I'm very interested to see what the mechanics of this are going to be. I can't imagine that they're going to do 1x on the no annual fee card. Maybe they'll do 1x on the no annual fee card if you're Bilt Gold or Bilt Platinum. I can't. I don't know. I don't blame you for that platform, for supporting that platform, Keith. Absolutely don't blame you for that. I can't say that without getting demonetized, I think. And I was mentioning how I'm struggling for views. So anyway. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on, give some live thoughts on, I know, Keith, give some thoughts on what I think is going to happen with Bilt going forward. I can't imagine that we're going to see a particularly amazing product. I think we're going to see something that is going to be more rewarding the more you spend with Bilt or through Bilt, and the higher your status with Bilt will get. But I don't think you're going to see a particularly interesting rent and mortgage product going forward for Bilt Blue and Bilt Silver members. So like, you're going to have to get gold, or you're going to have to pay for the $95 annual fee card or the $495 annual fee card. Rewards Master, I'm excited to change mine to Wells Fargo Autograph. I'll have to watch your videos more closely. Hey, I'm always available. If you ever have a question, I'm on Discord. Feel free to reach out. I love the autograph. The autograph is great. I like the Wells Fargo system. It's super easy, and your points, you can transfer the exact number of points that you need, which I think is a super compelling and oft overlooked superpower that the Wells Fargo ecosystem provides you. This way, you're not wasting points, and you're not letting points become orphaned. You can just transfer the exact number of points that you need, and that is super valuable to me. I also like that you can cash them out for a penny per point, which is also super helpful. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Autograph Beyond. Still waiting to see what happens there. I'm curious to see if Autograph Beyond will launch before February 7th. That will be cool. Yeah, so the Bilt cards are launching on February 7th officially. They will be introduced at a special event in January. We'll finally learn what the multipliers are going to be. If I had to guess, your no annual fee card is just going to be a flat 1.5x everything card, and 0.5 on rent and mortgage if you are Bilt Blue or Silver. If you're Gold or Platinum, it'll be 1x. And it'll probably have elevated earnings on Bilt Neighborhood purveyors, right? So if it's in Bilt Neighborhood, then you'll get slightly higher multipliers, but you're not going to get a straight dining category. You're not going to get a straight elevated multiplier of any sort going forward. I think the $95 card will give you flat 1x rent and mortgage and 1x on all other purchases, so it'll be less rewarding than the no annual fee, but it might give you some more permanent features like 3x dining, 2x on travel, or 3x travel, 2x dining. And go from there. And then the $495 card, I have no idea what that's going to look like. With Autograph transition, might finally have to look how to finally use Avianca Life Miles. Definitely worth a look for sure. And then background balloon, time to wait for Matt's new channel. This channel shall now be known as Matt's Credit Cards, as the Clausen Credit Speculation Station, and the political channel as Matt's Political Corner. I was really close to launching Campaign Corner. So maybe I just launched Campaign Corner, because I looked it up. I didn't see anything available. Like, I didn't see that it wasn't taken. So Campaign Corner would be cool. We'll see if there's an appetite for it. We can start building that out a little bit, see what happens. Go from there. Breaking news: apparently Hyatt Explorers will be added as a 75K perk on the CSR next year. Does that mean that Discoverist will come to the $795 annual fee? I've got to go look into this and probably do a video with my caricature doing this face. And this changes everything, except it won't change a damn thing. And go from there. Bilt's $495 annual fee card being just as underwhelming as the current Sapphire Preferred would be mildly amusing. Get ready! And if you don't like it, get in the comments of Bilt's Reddit. Yeah, so we're gonna end it there. John R is going live at 7 o'clock, and so is Spencer. So definitely check out one of their 2 lives. I think Spencer is on with, it's either Sledge or Cesar. I cannot remember. And Cesar, if it's you, I apologize. And then John is live at 7 o'clock. So I'm not going to step on John's toes. I'm not going to step on Spencer's toes. With that, I'm here to say goodnight, Matt. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Expect more videos from me shortly. I've got now a laundry list to record, and I'll probably be back at 8:30 with And Now for Sports with RJ on the Stack Your Points live stream. So talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.